Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to play around with the lasso tools. So hit the Z for zoom, and I'm going to turn off scrubby zoom. Oh, you know what I should show you? Actually, this is actually kind of neat. If you go up to window and pick navigator, everybody do that. So the navigator. Up comes this really neat little window. It allows you to move around your document. So I'm going to zoom on in, and you'll see this red box right here. And I just pull that down here. And I'll zoom in a little bit more. And I want you to zoom in about this much, maybe a little bit more. A bit more. There. Good. So I really like the navigator when I have to jump around to all different parts, but yet zoom in quite a bit in order to get the fine little detail, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. Alright, so L for lasso, and we're going to start off with this lasso tool, and then we're going to use the polygonal lasso tool, which lets you do straight parts. Okay, so let's begin by zipping in through here on this left corner here. So you're going to click on this part, and you're just going to follow as you keep the button down, keep the mouse button down. You're going to go in around here and around the edges and everything like that very carefully. Okay, good. Now we get to a part that's kind of straight. I want you to hold down the Option key for Mac, Alt key for Windows, and then let go of the mouse. And that lets you go to a straight click here. Click. We're doing straight parts. Click. But we're going to have a little trouble here. So click right on the very beginning. Now this is the tough part. This is the part I always forget. In order to throw it back to the regular lasso, you can't just let go. It's going to draw a straight line back to where you started. No, you have to click down. See how it shows the lasso, and then let go of the Option key. Now you're back in the lasso tool. Okay, so here we go. We've got a little problem because we've come to the edge. And what I want you to do is, while you're still holding down the mouse button, press the space bar. It turns to a hand, and that lets you drag. Let go of the space bar, and now you can just keep on going. Isn't that cool? Alright, whoop, this part's kind of straight. I'm going to hold down the Option key and let go of the mouse button, and zap. Coming to a part where I'm going to have to go around it, so hold down the mouse button and let go of the Option key. And I'm going around this corner, and now I want straight again. I hold down the Option button, let go of the mouse key. I'm just tossing it back and forth between the two. Now, I've come to the edge again. You have to, in order to use that little hand tool, you got to be in the lasso, the regular lasso tool. So we're going to throw it back to the regular lasso by clicking, letting go of the Option key, then hold down the space bar. We got our hand tool. We pull it back again to where we want. And I'm just going to keep going with this regular lasso tool because I'm coming up on these little parts around the edge. There we go. Keep on going. Good, good, good. I come to the end and I let go. If you let go at any point with one of the lasso tools, or with that lasso tool, I should say, it draws a straight line right across to wherever it is that you started. Okay, so now that we have the muscle selected, we're going to put it into the spot that we need. Make sure that it is selected, since this is a new video, and maybe you selected outside it. So make sure you've got the muscle selected, and then we're going to zoom out. And we're going to zoom out a little differently by clicking on View and up at the top and saying Fit on Screen. You see how it says Command 0 or Control 0 there? Alright, so we're going to do that. Awesome. Then what we're going to do is we are going to, oh my, you'll notice that I don't have the other ones in here. I haven't been saving for this document. I picked the other one. Oh well, Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to hit the letter V for our move tool. See how we've got the move tool up here? And hover over top, see the scissors, and drag it on up to the letter D, and oh, it doesn't fit. That's because we need to rotate it. Okay, there are a bunch of ways that you can rotate an object. In the book, it talks about choosing Edit, Transform, Rotate. Yeah, that's not too bad. But tell you the truth, I think probably what you're going to want to do is see over here, it says Show Transform Controls. Turn that on. Now, this is where you can warp the object. You got to be a little bit careful when you use these, but they're very handy. See how the mouse changes as I move it around? See that right there? Okay, see how now it changes to those arrows? If I click while the mouse is like that, I'll just zoom out here so you can see. Watch the top. Boom. We're now into a transform tool. Right up here. We're in the transform tool. And see right here? This is the angle that you can rotate it at. So I'll go get that mouse back again with those two little arrows, and I can spin this. See how this is changing? The angle is changing. All right. And I can set it up like this. Now, if I move it around, you will notice, does it match exactly? Well, I'm not too sure. It's hard to tell. If you need it to be exact, then what you should do is go to View, go to Show, and turn off Selection Edges. And you'll see that it is a whole lot easier to see around there. See, and make sure that you've got it exactly in the spot that you want. Okay, so hit Enter or Return in order to say that you like that. I'm going to turn the selection edges back on because I like that. And I'm going to click on the check mark or hit Return. And if you didn't want it, you'd hit Escape, by the way. Okay, and that's how you rotate an object.